The dentist's office. Fade in. Interior dentist's office day. At the dentist's office, Mrs. Hamilton is coming in for adjustments to her lower teeth to improve her smile. Fred is the dental assistant that greets her and welcomes her into the office, sits her down, and prepares her for Dr. Jolly, the dentist.
Ah, Mrs. Hamilton, welcome. Please, come this way. Let's get you settled into the dentist chair.
Thank you, Fred.
Oh, can you tell me why you are here?
Well, Fred, I would like to get my front teeth at the bottom straightened.
Okay, yes, that's what's written in the notes. I just wanted to make sure. So it looks like it's been a while since we took pictures. Would you mind if I took some more?
Fred opens a cabinet and gets out a Polaroid camera and starts to take pictures.
Come on, Mrs. Hamilton. Give me a smile. Yes, that's it. Come on, another smile. Work it, baby. Yes, yes, another pose. Let me see those pearly whites. That's it. Awesome.
Well, that's unusual. That's never happened before.
Oh, no, we do things slightly differently here.
I thought you'd be taking x-rays or stuff like that.
That's so yesterday. This is the new, more accepted way. Ah, Dr. Jolly.
Ah. Hey, Fred. Mrs. Hamilton, welcome.
Thank you, Doctor.
Did you take the photos, Fred?
Yes, here they are. What do you think?
Well, this one, Vogue. This one is very nice. Vanity Fair, I think. Oh, and this one, Cosmopolitan for sure.
Okay, I will send them out tomorrow. I'm sure they'll be happy.
Thanks, Fred. They're pretty good at sending us checks. Okay, Fred, what are we doing today?
We are straightening out Mrs. Hamilton's bottom teeth, pointing her canines a little bit, and sharpening her molars.
So, before we start, how much is this going to cost?
Oh, well, let's see. $3,000 for straightening the teeth, $1,500 for pointing the canines, and $1,500 for sharpening those wonderful molars.
Looks like I'm going to need to sell my condo downtown. Well, I didn't need that property anyway.
Well, as long as you have it covered.
Why are we sharpening the canines?
Well, Mrs. Hamilton, your smile will become amazing. They'll want to cast you in every Dracula movie from now on.
Really? Well, all right then.
Okay, let's get on with it. Can you get me the Novocaine, please, Fred?
For sure, Doc.
Will it hurt?
No, just
No, just a little pinprick, Mrs. Hamilton.
Oh, okay.
There you go, Doc.
Thanks, Fred. Okay, Mrs. Hamilton, open wide.
Mrs. Hamilton opens her mouth wide. Dr. Jolly picks it up Dr. Jolly picks up a rather large syringe and positions himself over Mrs. Hamilton, ready to administer the Novocaine. 10 seconds later, the Novocaine has been applied.
Okay, Mrs. Hamilton, all done. We need to let it take effect. It takes about 5 minutes.
Chung.
I don't understand a word she's saying.
Oh, hang on, Doc. I think I know what you're saying. Can you say it again, Mrs. Hamilton?
Tongue.
I think she's saying you injected her tongue.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. I don't think I can straighten your teeth out as we're out of Novocaine.
What about the emergency stash?
Good thinking. Get out the tequila. It's okay, Mrs. Hamilton. The Novocaine will wear off, but now we need to sedate you. Can you take a big swig of this?
Mrs. Hamilton grabs the bottle of tequila and takes several swigs of tequila. Fred has to wrestle it away from Mrs. Hamilton before she finishes off the bottle.
That's enough, Mrs. Hamilton. Oh, we can give you some more later if you need some.
Tao.
What did she say?
I think thank you.
Mrs. Hamilton nods, agreeing with Fred.
Hey, Fred, you're really good at understanding dental gibberish. Totally impressed. How'd you get to be so good?
I took a gibberish as a second language, or GSL, full semester of it during the dental assistant course.
Oh, I didn't know there was such an option available at dentist school. I should have looked into that.
Well, not everybody does it. The place I went to was a bit more progressive, as a more progressive school, and taught the unusual aspects of dentistry, like dental gibberish.
Well, certainly comes in handy.
Yes, it does. Though sometimes with some patients, I still have a hard time understanding the gibberish. There are dialects as well.
No, really?
Yes, absolutely. And I have an understanding duty to, a standing duty to pass back new words back to the school to increase their vocabulary.
So it sounds like a developing course.
Oh, yeah. And I'm pretty sure it will continue to develop.
Dr. Jolly directs his attention back to Mrs. Hamilton to see how she's getting along.
Oh, it looks like it's taking effect. Okay, Fred, give me the number 5 mallet.
Are you sure, doctor? It looks like you probably need a number 3.
Ah, good call, Fred. Give me a number 3 mallet.
Here you go.
All right. This will only take a minute, Mrs. Hamilton.
Mrs. Hamilton signals she needs more tequila.
Give her some more tequila.
Here you go, Mrs. Hamilton.
Mrs. Hamilton grabs the bottle of tequila and takes several more swigs of tequila.
How's that, Mrs. Hamilton?
Good. Are you go?
Mrs. Hamilton is getting pretty drunk and signals her approval with a thumbs up.
Splendid. I think she's really happy.
Just as well. Okay, here goes.
Dr. Jolly starts to work on Mrs. Hamilton's teeth. As he does, something goes wrong, and Dr. Jolly stands back with anguish.
Well, that wasn't supposed to happen.
What happened?
Her bottom incisors just collapsed. That wasn't meant to happen.
Oh, we can fix that. We've done it before.
Oh, yes, okay. Go get the grade 10 duct tape.
That will do the trick.
Fred goes to the cupboard and retrieves the grade 10 duct tape.
Okay, Mrs. Hamilton, we've had just a little bit of a mishap, but we have it under control. Give her some more tequila.
Fred gives Mrs. Hamilton more tequila, which makes her very happy and agreeable to pretty much anything.
That's right, Mrs. Hamilton. We're gonna fix everything. Okay, Fred, let's fix this. Let's get her back in the next week for implants for her incisors.
Okay. Here's the grade 10 duct tape.
Dr. Jolly gets to work on Mrs. Hamilton's incisors. He props them up and hides the residual tape in the mouth.
There. Good as new for the moment. The tape is strong, so Mrs. Hamilton, you're going to be able to eat normally. We'll get you back in next week for the implants.
Oh.
I think she said she's happy with what you did and she'd like to come back next week.
She said all that?
Yes, I believe so.
Damn. Everyone needs to do this gibberish course.
To Mrs.
Okay.
Hamilton slowly,
Okay, all done for now.
to
All
Fred.
right, Fred. All right, Fred, please go and order a taxi for Mrs. Hamilton to take her home. Let's get her back in next Wednesday.
Okay, Doc.
Fred leaves the room to phone for a cab and arrange for an appointment next week.
How are you feeling, Mrs. Hamilton?
Oh.
That's good to know, Mrs. Hamilton. I think. Remember to use Listerine when you wash your mouth out.
We.
Oh goodness, rather need to sign up for that GSL class. You'll be right as rain in a couple of hours.
Shoo. Ugh.
No idea what you're saying, Mrs. Hamilton. I'm just waiting for Fred to come back and he'll see you out.
At that moment, Fred comes back into the office.
Ah, thank goodness you're back, Fred. Mrs. Hamilton was saying stuff to me completely over my head.
You really need to sign up for GSL.
Yeah, but for now, can you please translate?
Mrs. Hamilton, what were you saying to Dr. Jolly?
He sure
Something about Listerine, Doc, and
Ish cool.
thank you. Yes, thank you. Isn't that right, Mrs. Hamilton?
Yes.
Goodness me, Fred. Class 1 gibberish. You're very welcome, Mrs. Hamilton.
Wonderful. All done, Mrs. Hamilton. Come along. There is a cab waiting for you outside, and we'll see you again next week.
Okay.
Fred leaves with Mrs. Hamilton, gets her into the taxi, and returns.
Okay, Doc. She's gone.
Well, that's paid for our holiday to Hawaii.
Yes, indeed. Better get my surfboard ready.
Fade out. The end.